I told my lady I was gonna buy her a horse. Well, I said I was gonna buy a horse. I did not say it was gonna be for her per se, but there's a certain quality of our interaction that would suggest that the horse is for her. I'm nostalgic, but I'm also apocalyptic. So when I think of horses, I think of bygone times, aforementioned eras, epochs. But I also think of the future too, when life as we know it is over, and we're using more rudimentary means of travel like bicycles and horses and our feet. So when I told my woman I was going to get a horse, I did specify that it was just a horse and not her horse, because when the apocalypse comes, I don't want her to be attached to going off and riding into the sunset as if everything's hunky-dory and all peaches and roses. We need that horse for the apocalypse. She kiddingly suggested, why don't you just train the horse to stand still so you can sleep on its back when you're tired at night? I'm not gonna train this horse. This horse is gonna come already trained for the apocalypse. Now, if you've been listening to me lately, you know that I've been thinking about the apocalypse in different ways, of course. Who's not? Babe, you gotta stop thinking about the apocalypse because you're stressing me out. I red-pilled my woman. I red-pilled her good, if you know what I mean. I woke her up. I said, baby, this world is not what it seems. We gotta get a horse. We gotta get a horse? That's right. You and me. When the shit hits the fan, we're gonna be safe on that horse. What are you talking about? You gotta trust me, baby. I'm taking care of us through the apocalypse. Okay, baby, you and your theories. It's not a theory, honey. It's coming. Well, if you say so, I say so, baby. And that was the extent of our conversation about the apocalypse. I'll give you updates as I get them. You know, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. Tell you what, they make me sweat. They make me sweat, these guys. Now, these are the podcasts and the videos that get banned, you know, from YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Insta. That's the only kind of shit that I like anyways, you know. When you're heading into the apocalypse, knows first. You gotta get the right podcasts. It's like this soundtrack to the apocalypse. But the reason I settled on a horse is I saw this movie with Kevin Costner, The Postman. It was a piece of shit, but there's other stuff too. Like what was that one movie? All my thoughts about the apocalypse are presaged by good movies. The Rover was really nice. That was pretty bleak. What's that one by what's that guy's name? Yeah, The Road, Cormac McCarthy. That's it. Definitely need a horse for that one. I do not know how to ride a horse. How does it matter? Like I said, when you get the right horse for the apocalypse, it's just an all-purpose horse. It's like Siri of horses. And this horse is going to be trained to know that it's just got to take care of me since I don't know how to ride a horse. Matter of factly, in time, I will learn. Just like that horse in time is going to learn respect for me. Eventually. Now, you may be wondering, how do I know? How do I know that the apocalypse is coming? End times. Revelations, oh my goodness. All that stuff that we've been hearing about for a long time. How do I know? Well, because I watched a lot of movies. And before you think that's preposterous, let me tell you something. There's a thing called predictive programming. Predictive programming is basically seeding our minds with these dystopian futures where everything's gone to hell. And that's when I got the idea for my horse. Baby, you're gonna get a horse? Where are you gonna get a horse? We don't need a horse. Where are you gonna keep the horse? The horse can't stay around here. Baby, there's a little strip of land between the porch and the garage. That's where we're gonna keep the horse. But you're gonna shovel up the horse shit, aren't you? I am. I'm gonna put it over out back where they put the Christmas trees after Christmas. Well, if you say so. I say so, baby. You know the movies we've been watching. They're telling us. They're telling us Hunger Games. They're telling us Matrix. They're telling us. I mean, how many movies do you gotta see, baby, to get the point that they're giving us a message through Hollywood that the end of the world is nigh? It's coming for you and I. Baby, I love it when you speak poetry to me, but I do think you get carried away with your movies. I still love you, but if you want to go ahead and get that horse, you can get that horse, but I don't think we're going to be needing it for an apocalypse. You just got to make sure you take care of it, okay? Because I don't want the horse to die. I got you, baby. I'm going to take care of the horse. That horse is just, that's going to be what separates us from the people who don't have a horse. But they're going to have the cars. No. That ain't going to happen. There ain't going to be no cars in the apocalypse. If there are cars in the apocalypse, baby, it ain't no apocalypse, okay? You got to trust me on this one. I've seen a lot. Watched a lot. I've probably seen every single apocalyptic movie that has been made in the last, since the 70s, okay, baby? So, you know how I am. I watch 2 or 3 apocalyptic movies a week. Nah. I know, sweetheart, but I don't think there's any left. You've probably seen them all. I've been doing it for 10 years, baby doll. That's probably right. I've been doing it for a while. I actually can map out every scenario, and baby, I watched the series too on TV, like The Walking Dead and stuff like that. I know all the probabilities. See, if you want to be a master strategist of the apocalypse, which is what I am, master strategist,
You gotta watch all the films in the TV series that you can, because you gotta be able to map out all the scenarios of the apocalypse that's coming your way. You know, it could be zombies, right? Those zombies could be slow. They could be fast, you know, in World War Z. You know what it is, baby. I do, baby, and if they're gonna be fast, I don't know if the horse is gonna be fast enough. Well, that is a good point. Yeah, we gotta figure that out too, because if that horse is not fast enough, and also, sweetheart, we're gonna be 2 people on that horse, so you may need to get 2 horses. Now hold your horses, lady. Hold your horses. Now, my planning does not plan for 2 horses in the apocalypse, just 1. Sweetheart, I know that you are the master strategist of the apocalypse, but I gotta tell you, if the zombies happen to be fast, we gotta go. We gotta move. And we're gonna have things we're gonna take. You know? You can't just leave everything here, but you're not gonna take a lot, baby doll. You know that. Your kitchen stuff, that's not gonna come on the horse. And that lingerie, as much as I like your lingerie, baby, it's not gonna come on the horse. And I know you've got a lot of paints and you like to paint, but that's not coming. We're gonna just take the essentials, all right, baby? We're gonna have food and water and clothes. See, babe, that's not the apocalypse that I was planning. See, this is the problem. It's between you and me. When you're planning the apocalypse with your lady, she's got a different idea of what the apocalypse is gonna be, because she wants to do the apocalypse in style. She doesn't want to be inconvenienced. She wants to be all ladylike during the apocalypse. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? This is a man's apocalypse, you know? Apocalypse ain't for ladies. Apocalypse ain't feminine. Apocalypse is die, do, or death masculine, you know? And well, one thing that I've been doing to prepare for the apocalypse is taking some jujitsu. Of course, I know how to fire a gun and use a knife, bows and arrows, and all that stuff. I know how to pitch a tent, start a fire, filter water in the wilderness. I know what plants I can eat and what plants I cannot eat, and that makes me, for all intents and purposes, a master strategist of the apocalypse. And, you know, based on probability and all the predictive programming that I've been watching, I will say that my baby, she in for a rough ride. I think she's going to be disappointed. And I'm going to be there taking responsibility for her, so I got to make sure that she's okay. But there's only so much you can do when your lady's out there in the apocalypse and she's like being chased by zombies or other human beings. And the horse is starving. Can't feed the horse. And we got to eat the horse. And I'm sorry, that's the way it is. We're going to be eating everything. You know, and that's where you start to see the difference between people who hold on to civilization, as I've indicated elsewhere, and people who don't. Because people who don't, they're going to be eating other humans. I'm never going to eat other humans. I'm not going to let my lady eat other humans, because that shit's sick. That shit's sick. And that is in some predictive programming. I'll tell you what, that's predictive programming shit, because it's sick. Because they're basically trying to get people to do it, just accept the end of the world as if it's inevitable. It's coming. You know, it's like Baskin Robbins. You got 33 flavors of apocalypse. That's what it's about. So I talked to my woman about that. I'm like, you know, this is not inevitable, you know, but the way they be programming us is like it is. It's inevitable. Baby, I do think that you get a little bit pessimistic about everything. You're really cynical about the end of the world. It may not be the end of the world. These people could be really good. No, they're not good. They're evil. Okay, fine, they're evil, but maybe they're arguing with each other all the time, so they can't really do anything because they're always arguing with each other. Yeah, that's true. They are arguing, but the apocalypse is still coming. I don't know, babe. You could go ahead and buy the horses. It was 1 horse. No, I don't think so. It's gotta be 2. It's gotta be 2, or I'm not coming with you. Because I'm not gonna get on a horse and then get eaten by a zombie, because that horse can't even go fast enough for us. Okay, so please just buy 2 horses, or I'm staying here for the apocalypse. I'm just gonna stay. Baby, you can't stay. They're gonna raid the house. They're gonna come in here, and God knows what they're gonna do to you. God knows I gotta be able to protect you. I'm your chaperone through the apocalypse.
So cute when you call it apocalypse. Oh, come on. No, it's really cute when you call it apocalypse.
It's 'cause I'm talking fast, alright, baby?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just wondering, when we're out there on that horsey, two horsies, are you gonna say apocalypse too? I'm not gonna say apocalypse unless we're in a hurry and we're running from something. You better take care of me out there.
I'm gonna take care of you, baby.
I know, but you better get muscular and a lot stronger, because right now I don't think you can beat anybody.
What? I'm just saying, I'm not meaning to insult you, but I don't think you can beat anybody up.
And that's a real problem when your woman says shit like that. Because then you're just like, you insulting me, woman. You insulting me.
I'm here, I'm buying horses for the apocalypse. I'm buying horses. I'm a master strategist of the apocalypse. I've watched my films for a decade, 2 or 3 films a week. It's really more than 2 or 3 films a week, but I don't like to brag. But it's more than that. I know. All the predictive programming that they're stuffing down our throats, I know. I'm not shitting you. I know this, okay? I know this. I could start a business right now and charge thousands of dollars just to be a consultant on the apocalypse. Like, people be calling me up like, hey, what should I do? Should I buy this, that, or the other? I'm like, no, you need to get yourself a horse. A horse? Get yourself a horse. Click. Now you may wonder why. Sometimes I wonder why. Why a horse? Just like that last person I talked to and hung up on. Why? I've seen a lot of movies about the apocalypse, and you know who are the people who survive? The ones with the horse. Now the horse does not always survive. Okay? The horse isn't always gonna make it. You should know that. So you do want to get close to your horse, but you don't want to get too close to your horse. You don't want to self-destruct when your horse doesn't make it. You don't want to self-destruct if you got to eat your horse. You know what I mean? So, if you are going to get close to your horse during the apocalypse, you need to take some kind of precautions. You got to take care of your heart. And it's not easy. I will tell you, and I will tell everybody that I would consult. Taking care of your heart during the apocalypse is no small matter. It's in fact a big deal. Absolutely. And nowhere is that more apparent than your relationship with your horse during the apocalypse. You know, you're always going to have to take care of your woman. If you have a woman and you're going to take her through the apocalypse, it's going to be like one horrible date. She's never going to be happy. She's always going to be sad. She's always going to wonder when it's going to get better. And you're going to be like, baby, it's not going to get better. It's the apocalypse. And you're like, sweetie, you got to tone that shit down. There are fucking zombies out there. You cannot be crying at the top of your lungs. Fucking calm down. Shut up. They don't even realize that world is gone. The world they're attached to is gone. It's gone. They want something that don't exist anymore. And they're never gonna get it. They're gonna keep on thinking, well, if we just turn this corner, we're gonna find ourselves a Dairy Queen and pig out on an ice cream sundae. No. The Dairy Queens are done. There ain't no more Dairy Queens. I know, but if you just, say an affirmation and do a visualization, we'll find it. No. Affirmations and visualizations don't work anymore. The angels left the atmosphere, baby. Angels ain't around for the apocalypse anymore. They're gone. They just took off for another planet. They're like, okay, you guys did not pray enough. We're out. So stop the prayers, baby. No, I don't want to stop the prayers. Stop the affirmation. No, I'm not. Stop the visualizations. I'm going to visualize. So they're stubborn. They're stubborn. They're not going to do what you tell them during the apocalypse. So you're going to walk along. And another thing I recommend, based on all the movies I've watched, is you get yourself a sawed-off shotgun. Seriously, you gotta get yourself a sawed-off shotgun. I'm not kidding. Because I've noticed that the people who survive the longest have their sawed-off shotguns, and you don't even have to have any bullets. You can fake it. Because right when you pulled up that sawed-off shotgun like this, people back the fuck off. And they're like, alright, there's a new sheriff in town. And I just say to him, no. There's a new sheriff in the apocalypse. You gotta walk around like you own the place. That's one thing that I learned from those movies. The whole world going to hell? That don't matter. You walk around like you own the place. You see this oil refinery up in flames, spewing fire, 1,000 feet up into the sky, blacking out the sun, and there's 30,000 of them. You're like, that's my oil field. Nice. Of course, she's like, oh, really? You own an oil field? Yeah, baby, I own this place. Oh, cool, we're gonna get rich. No, that's not how I do it. My oil field is mine. I know, but if you could sell the oil, baby, this is the apocalypse. There's nobody gonna be buying the oil. Why? Because they're all on horseback. They're all on horseback? Yeah. That's what I've been telling everybody who I've been consulting. You know that. You know how we financed the apocalypse and bought all this gear and bought these horses. It's because I was doing the consultations. I told them all, get yourself a horse. Can I ask you a question, Benny? Of course you can. Don't horses die? Yeah, they do die. Then you get yourself a new one, honey. Okay. Listen, you need to let me take care of the logistics. This is what I've been preparing for about 10 years. Nobody knows the apocalypse better than moi. I'm practically Mr. Apocalypse. Again. You know who I am. Do not question my judgment. Do we understand each other, baby? I guess so. No, you do not guess so during the apocalypse, sweetheart. We're in the apocalypse together. Now you have to trust me 100%. There is no wiffle-waffling, wishy-washy, faffling. None of it. You look in my eyes, and you see the truth. I'm the man who takes us to the other side. Okay, as long as you tell me that there is an other side, I will follow you there. Of course there's another side, baby. That's where we're going. And that's when it's gonna be all over? No. It's not gonna be all over at any time. The other side is when we find other survivors and they form a community, and it's not a camp of psychopaths. It's cool people, good people like us, and we form a mini society together. That's how it ends with the apocalypses. Those are the good apocalypses. Again, like I said, I put a lot of apocalyptic scenarios together. I've judged them all. I've seen the movies. I know how they play out. I know who wins. I know who loses. I know who dies, and I know who lives. So you gotta stick with me. You gotta trust me 100%. Let me tell you something. You do not trust your man during the apocalypse, you're gonna die. You might as well just hang it up. Well, I was telling you. Yeah, I know what you were telling me. Yeah, I was saying I would stay at the apartment. Baby, if you have seen the movies that I have seen, when you stay at that apartment and you think everything's hunky-dory and you're in a fucking kitchen apron and your slippers, someone's gonna break in, and I don't even want to tell you what they're gonna want to do with you. Because there's gonna be no law and order. There's gonna be no right and wrong. It's just gonna be wrong. And there's gonna be anarchy. It's gonna be chaos. And the stuff that they're gonna want to do, I can't even say. Because it would hurt me to speak those words. And I know it would hurt you to hear them, because you are very sensitive. You like to do the visualization. It means you have an active imagination, baby doll. You got an active imagination. And that's good. Because I'm going to be able to guide that active imagination so that you can survive the apocalypse. Alright?
I think you're just being so harsh. You are so harsh with me sometimes. It's like I feel like you are criticizing me and you make me doubt myself. I doubt myself when I'm around you.
That is not necessarily a problem. To you, it's not a problem. I'm telling you. You're going to have to follow my lead, and you're going to have to trust me. And if that means doubting yourself and getting rid of the shitty programs, okay, that make you not trust me, then that's what you gotta get rid of, okay? We're not going headlong into the apocalypse with you second guessing my leadership. I say jump, you say how high. I say walk, you say how far. And that is not sexist, that is not chauvinist, I'm not being a tyrant, I'm telling you how it needs to be so we can survive. But for what? What are we going to survive for? There's nothing to live for anymore. It doesn't even make sense to survive. If everything is just going to end, everybody's going to die, why should we even try? Baby. Because being alive is worth being alive. Why? Why? If I can't be in my kitchen apron and making my cinnamon rolls in the morning, having my coffee, and seeing the sunshine stream through the window and listening to my favorite music, oh, yeah, that music, I love that music. Yeah, that's my favorite music. Are you telling me that when the apocalypse starts, which what? Could be next week, 2 weeks from now? It's going to be 4 weeks from now. A month. The world is going to come to an end in a month. Yeah, it's going to come to the end of the month. So what I suggest to you is you eat as many of these cinnamon rolls as you want in the next month and drink your coffee and listen to your nice little Indian music window and enjoy that sunshine, because it ain't going to be there anymore. You better trust me. Okay, tell me this, Mr. Master Strategist of the Apocalypse. How does it start? How does it start? How does the end of the world start? How does the apocalypse start? Well, we're seeing it right here, aren't we? No, we're not. What do you mean? I'm telling you, we're seeing it right here. In 4 weeks' time, everything that's happening right here between us, baby, is gonna happen all over the world. And it's just gonna fall apart. Mark my words. What is happening right here? I don't understand. You're not following my leadership. You want to know why the world falls apart? Self-destructs? Because there ain't no good leaders left, and there ain't nobody to follow them. If you don't have good followers, you don't have good leaders. Someone out there could just be leading, but no one is following. Because they get their head up their ass. And then the people who are evil fucking people doing all this predictive programming, brainwashing us and poisoning our minds, they get away with everything. Well, how long do you think it could last, baby? Not very long. That's why I'm by the horse. Because it's coming. You and me right now, we're arguing back and forth. I'm trying to tell you, jump. But you're like, I'm not going to jump. I'm like, walk. I'm not going to walk. I'm going to sit here and have my cinnamon rolls. Well, yeah. Then the psychopaths win, baby. It starts right here. Right now. We're going to have to buckle up. Put a saddle on that horse. A big double saddle, as a matter of fact. You're just gonna have to do what I say, and it's not because I'm an asshole, I just need to control you. It's because this fucking civilization is falling apart because there haven't been good leaders. Evil psychopaths have taken over in the vacuum where there are no good leaders. So you want to start a new world and you want to get to the other side. And I promise you, I'm going to get us to the other side because I've watched my movies. I've studied the scripts. I've outlined the scenarios. I've prepped with my gear. I've learned what I needed to learn to take care of myself and to take care of you, so that we go and we make it to the other side. You only have one role, one thing that you've got to do, and you've got to do it better than you can possibly imagine. And that is, you cannot, under any circumstances, get in my way, baby. I don't know. No, you do have to know. You've just got to know. You have got to trust that I got it. This is the apocalypse we are. This is what I have been preparing for. Last 10 years of my life, I've got this down. I know everything. There's nothing that they can throw at me that I can't handle. But the one thing I can't handle is you not following my lead.